Welcome at forextrading.com. Today is 7th November 2011 and right now is 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's 7 minutes after 6. And right now we are looking at S&P 500 4-hour chart in the middle of the charts right now. And we've seen here a bigger correction. Kind of breath that we might be expecting because of the fast acceleration in the recent growing trend, and very often it is happening that where the smart money occurs, the trend is forming and it's growing and it's accelerating. There is informed money at the market, and there's also a dump money market entering when the wave is finishing, or when the wave is developing, or when the wave is already developed. So this kind of movement has always a bigger potential risk than the movement from the beginning when the trend is established. That's what I'm talking about, this kind of movement right here at 4-hour chart. But anyway, this kind of short time depression at the market might be considered not exactly as a sellout as at stocks. I'm talking about. Let's see at the euro dollar chart. You will see what I'm thinking about right here. We are looking at 4-hour euro dollar chart, and the sellout is much bigger here. What has happened? So, it Eurozone has some serious problems. I'm talking about the Greece, I'm talking about lack of stability right now with euro currency, and we've seen it as fundamental trading occurred at the chart when the sellers came into the market. At the beginning, you see this is a 4-hour chart, so it is not a 15-minute candle. So this kind of move right here as a small breath is many hours. I'm talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 candles, for example. So it's a whole day when the market just took a small breath after buyers came into the market. So this is no bigger corrective wave. This is just taking profit from this bigger move right here, or maybe some buyers take a profit from the bigger move. So that's what we see here. But at some point, the sellers came into the market. That's the other part of the chart. I'm talking about this part and this part right here. The sellers came into the market as a fundamental news occurred. So as a lack of serious good fundamentals in Eurozone, we seen here a sellout at the market. And right now, what is happening? We see here a beautiful flag that I'm also very much talk about at Forex courses, that this kind of pattern might be very interesting for another sellout. This is one of repeated constantly patterns at the market at 4-hour chart, at 15-minute chart, at different instruments, and I'm talking about how to use this pattern. If this market will accelerate rapidly to the downside, it might be very interesting to enter the market. Also, today there is not much bigger fundamental news that we might be focusing on, but there are also other part of the week that I'm talking about, especially about Thursday, that the market establishes new interest rates, or the same interest rates, bank rate in Great Britain. So we have some important data, important fundamental news at the market this week, but not right now at Monday. So let's come back to the chart. Right now the chart is growing, but if it's gonna be accelerating to the downside, we might take it as a serious a standard pattern of market going down. But right now the price action is really showing that it is growing, and it moved rapidly from this support resistance, so market didn't break it at one time. It is also very important. These are all little details that one of these patterns might be highly profitable, like 300 points or more, at and other the same kind of pattern might be highly risky. I mean, the market will come down a little bit and shoot out in the sky, doing some bigger corrective or bigger uptrend movement. So it is very important to talk about. That's what we are doing at Forex course, to compare many important similar situation, how to take a similar situation with the profit if any profit situation is occurring in the chart. Right now we see no reason to come into the short market, even though we've seen a little details that might be suggesting the market might be accelerating in the short positions, but it's not happening at the moment. But if it will, I will be showing it probably at Forex trades, real trades example. So if I have time, I will show you how to take this kind of movement if the market will do significant, nice movement that would bring my attention to come to the market. Looking at the pound, we see here the short side of this currency is much more weaker than euro. That's because the pound, Great Britain, doesn't seem to have any obstacles right now, like Greece, for example. So euro is all about the eurozone and euro currency connected with many countries, and pound itself, it's rather about the UK uh, economy. So the pound is rather in growing trend, even though it doesn't seem to have an important strength of the buyers right now at the markets. So we see here the important player is euro, which is depending on fundamental news, which are changing rapidly in you can see here in TV that the market is showing us the Greece problem is solved. The other day, it is telling more about some significant problems occurring, and it's all really necessary to establish euro dollar position at some um, uh, equilibrium level. I mean the level of balance, and it is also all connected to S&P 500 because we see here the sellout occurred at the currencies, the sellout occurred at the market of stocks. So it is all one organism that we are talking about at Forex courses as well. The other things I'd like to mention right now is gold. I was talking about this instrument when it stopped out this sellout move and start to grow, establishing some position at this level as a comfortable level for buyers and sellers. So we are talking about balance. And then the market did some sellout move at 4-hour chart. Right now we are talking about daily. We are seeing daily charts, so the move isn't really that great, but at 4-hour chart it was pretty much important for the day, for the day movement. And I was talking that market can be doing something like this from this uncomfortable zone. So the market really might be not going in this zone I'm showing right now, only it might be suggesting that it will be going higher. And that's what market really did. I was talking about this like week and a half ago, when the market was doing this move. First of all, I saw the possibility of market going down before it really did, which you can see here in my analysis, and the market came lower. And I was also talking about, even before the market started this move, that market might be coming down to move aggressively higher. That's what happened. And if I have time, I will show you the trades example of investments trades. So it is a little bit different than technical short-term trades. I'm talking about the long-term investment trades. So we are talking about medium and long term. And long, medium term, we are talking about 140 points or 1,400 points. It depends on the size of the contract you're in at the market, or we are talking about bigger positions. So we are talking about days, weeks that we might be in the market with this long position, and it is a typical long instruments. If you take a look at this instrument, the most of its life it's growing more or less aggressively. It is also taking some bigger correction movement every little while, but most of the time it has an aggressive uptrend move. So the probability at the start is bigger that the instruments will be really growing, and it's really depending on situation at the world economy. So if the economy is getting more volatile, weaker, investors might be coming into the gold market, and there's also a strong demand for gold in many aspects of economy. I'm talking about the industry, I'm talking about the retail sales of the gold, I'm talking about the jewelry as a retail sales, and there are many, many aspects that we might be considering, and then I'm talking about this more at Forex courses, how to take both sides of analysis. I'm talking about the technical analysis chart that is showing us that the market really finished the acceleration to the downside, so it stopped out this sellout movement, and it might be coming with new buyers at the market. So we are talking about possible get into the market with the most of the time growing trend. That's what I'm talking here. So we are talking about the investing in fundamentals. So I'm talking about analysis, fundamental analysis with um, uh, technical analysis. So comparing those two might be very significant at some instruments, at some markets. At the other markets, it might be really the technical analysis might be enough, but it is very good to get to know the fundamentals of currency or commodity or stocks that you are trading. And some of these instruments you will not succeed unless you know the fundamentals very well. So most of these or half of these might be very strong about fundamentals. So you have to get to know some important information because you have to succeed and take it generally with all the information you can possibly get at the market. So we'll see next time what will happen with this flag pattern, with this one of repeatedly repeating patterns at the market. And this pattern might be considered as one of connected with strong success in the market. But if you do not know exactly how to take this kind of behavior, you might be doing some mistakes, and then this pattern might be showing that trading is really more complex, more difficult than just saying, oh, this is a flag pattern and it might be going down, so you have to enter the market. No, it's not really like that. We are talking about many details about the price action, price dynamics. We are talking about support resistance. We are talking about many aspects of the trading, including if at last but not at least fundamental analysis at this kind of currency. I mean, it's weaker and stronger sides right now at the particular moment. So thank you very much for that. I hope to see you at Forex online courses. There are some courses happening each month. So if you are interested, just let me know what part of the trading you'd like to be more professional about. So thank you very much for that. I wish you a good, pleasant week of trading. Thank you.